Turner had a career.
Why would you want to become a cop?
I like to slam people's heads up against walls.
I suggest to you that there may have been some overreaction on your part.
All she needed was to find a man. But then he found her.
It's the greatest kick of all.
Oh, God. I saw this man shoot and kill my best friend in front of my eyes.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Ron Silver in Blue Steel. Premieres Saturday, February 16th on HBO.
That despicable duck and an all-star cast of Looney Tunes are on hand for a spirited animated adventure in Daffy Duck's Quackbusters, next on HBO.
Police Sergeant Dennis Curran just got the one thing he didn't need.
I want to be a cop, Dennis.
A partner.
Get off my desk. You give me something I can use.
Yo, that is one of the worst violations of department ethics I have ever...
Curran's greatest threat isn't out in the streets. It's riding in the car beside him.
Put your hands up. You're under arrest.
Forrest Whitaker and Anthony Edwards are downtown. Premieres Sunday, February 17th on HBO.
Next time, HBO Comedy Hour has just the ticket for laughter.
Who needs tickets? Who needs tickets?
When Robert Townsend presents his partners in crime, Damon Wayans.
It's fun to see guys dance with women because they suggestive dance. Yeah, so what you doing afterwards?
The Kung Fu comedy of Don Reed.
Ow!
Tommy Davidson.
What?
And Robin Harris. You'll laugh till you cry with the best of Robert Townsend and his partners in crime. Tonight on HBO. It's the Kids in the Hall.
I happen to know several pinheads, and they're fully functioning members of society.
Sorry, no can do.
You're still mad because I shot that guy, aren't you?
I don't know how to play the piano.
The Kids in the Hall.
Monday on HBO.
The Kids in the Hall. The Kids in the Hall.
It's great to get away, isn't it? Take some time off. Next week, I'll be back to work.
You already went back to work.
What?
I watched you working the tat on those sailor boys.
Working the what?
Oh, come on, Roy. The tat. What you do for a living.
I'm a salesman.
You're on the grift. Same as me.
On the grift, to obtain money illicitly as in a confidence game. Therefore, one who grifts is a grifter.
It's pretty much more of a psychological portrait of people who are involved in the grift rather than like a sting operation, although it is a thriller in a classic sense. You talk the lingo, what's your pitch?
The long end, big con.
Nobody does that single out.
I was teamed 10 years with the best in the business. Cole Langley.
I've heard the name.
It was beautiful. And getting better all the time.
Is that right?
It is, Roy. It's where you should be. What do you bring in, $300-400 a week? We use money like that for tips.
The Grifters, a classy 1940s-style thriller full of wit, flair, and charm, is chock full of thieves and con artists. Angelica Houston, who recently won the LA Film Critics Best Actress Award for this film, stars along with John Cusack and Annette Bening. It's a film about a mother, her son, and his girlfriend. Three amoral people in a very dangerous relationship.
They don't really know how to have real relationships with anyone. So there's nothing that can last, really, because there's nothing, no sincerity or honesty or commitment to any of their relationships.
No, really, you're Roy's mother? That's impossible.
Not quite. But I'm not sure who you are, Mrs. Langtree, was it?
I'm Roy's friend.
Yes. I imagine you're lots of people's friend.
Oh, of course. Now that I see you in the lights, you're plenty old enough to be Roy's mother.
Aren't we all?
Play nice, don't fight.
She was a child, basically, when he was born. He was inconvenient. He was fatherless. It was not a tidy situation. She didn't have money. She came from a family with no money, white trash, if you will. And now, I think, after having sort of mulled it over for a good 10 years. She's decided maybe there is a way to have a new beginning.
Roy Dillon, cornball clown pictures, commission salesman. It's all a front. You're working some angle, and don't tell me you're not, because I wrote the book.
You want to talk? You still running playback money for the mob?
That's me. That's who I am. You were never cut out for the rackets, Roy.
How come?
You aren't tough enough.
Not as tough as you, huh?
How'd you get that punch in the stomach, Roy?
I tripped on a chair.
Get off the grift, Roy.
Why?
You haven't got the stomach for it.
It's a movie about people, I guess, in the underbelly of society, who have intense desires, intense passions, intense needs, and some are more successful at achieving and getting what they want than the others.
Hold it.
You're talking some pretty tall figures. What makes you think I got that kind of money?
Well, you must have. Now you know you do, Roy.
Maybe I like it where I am.
Well, maybe I don't. I had 10 good years with Cole, and I want him back. My God, I have a partner. I looked, and believe me, brother, I kissed a lot of frogs. And you're my prince.
Do I get any say in this?
No, because...
That's what I say. What I say is no. We don't do partners.
Movies, like some of your best friends, come in and out of your life too quickly. They bring you laughter, love, hope, even tears. And in a blink of an eye, they're gone. Although you may not have seen them in the last few years, you don't have to miss them forever. Because in February, HBO is going to bring 7 of your best loved films from the 80s back to you.
I feel like I just got parole.
You can kiss the baby. What baby is that?
Has come. And the land is dark.
Who's next?
Dorothy, capital D-O-R-O-T-H-Y.
I'd like to make her look a little more attractive. How far can you pull back?
How do you feel about Cleveland?
Be afraid.
You think Mighty Mouse could beat up Superman? This is really a good time.
Not just good, the best times of the 80s, and they're still the best today.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt Lauer for HBO Entertainment News. In Los Angeles, the scene was far from quiet for the premiere of Jonathan Demme's new film, The Silence of the Lambs. Oscar winner Jodie Foster stars as a novice FBI agent who must enlist the help of psychiatrist and convicted murderer Anthony Hopkins in order to track down a serial killer.
I think listening to the reactions when Jodie is chasing the killer, I think everyone was jumping out of their seats. They're so frightened.
It's a fascinating story. It's intelligent and it's moving and it speaks of things that need to be spoken of in a interesting and entertaining way as well.
The Silence of the Lambs grazes into theaters later this week. Also stirring up attention in Los Angeles, current heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield and challenger George Foreman held a press conference to announce their upcoming World Championship title fight.
It's my destiny. I'm going to be heavyweight champ of the world. I didn't come back here just to get a few dollars. I'm going to make a few dollars, too. That's not the only reason I came back.
Now George is thinking that he's born again, he have another dream. But in reality, if you can't win in your dream, what makes you think you can win in reality?
You little hot dog.
The bout is the first event for Time Warner Sports' new TVKO pay-per-view service. The fight takes place April 19th at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. Up in New York, some popular Disney characters skated into the rink at Rockefeller Center to help celebrate Mickey Mouse's 60th birthday. They're all part of Walt Disney's World on Ice, which performs at Radio City Music Hall before continuing on with a 70-city national tour in Mickey's honor. Not bad for a senior citizen mouse. Broadway moves to the box office this week as Gary Oldman, Tim Roth, and Richard Dreyfuss star in Tom Stoppard's new comedy, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
My name is Guildenstern, and this is Rosencrantz.
I'm sorry.
His name is Guildenstern, and I'm Rosencrantz.
We've played to bigger, but quality counts for something.
This time, Oldman promises a horse of a different color.
It's much lighter in its spirit than the previous work I've done. They tend to be these very dark, intense. But I die in all my movies. I'll never be in a sequel.
And look out for some large Amazonian mutant insects disguised as a perfectly average American family in Meet the Applegates. Ed Begley Jr., Stockard Channing, and Dabney Coleman star as the vengeful creatures from the Brazilian rainforest who come to America on a mission to stop human pollution. Begley confides that his role required minimal special effects.
They just filmed me early in the morning before makeup, and that's all it took, really. Just got me, you know, without the trowel and the pancake on, and I looked very much like some sort of arachnid.
Meet the Applegates is swarming in theaters now.
That despicable duck and an all-star cast of Looney Tunes are on hand for a spirited animated adventure in Daffy Duck's Quackbusters, next on HBO.
A celebration on ice. The beauty, grace, and style of the world's greatest figure skaters. From the Olympic Arena in Lake Placid, HBO Sports presents a gold medal tradition. Lake Placid Figure Skating. Premieres Monday, February 18th on HBO.
Welcome to Pacific Tech, the institution for ultra-bright intellectuals.
I was thinking of the immortal words of Socrates, who said, I drank what?
Where the real geniuses are Mitch Taylor and Chris Knight.
You are Chris Knight, aren't you? I hope so. I'm wearing his underwear.
Together, their homework could win a Nobel Prize.
Just take a step back. Step forward. And a step back. And then we're cha-cha.
But when they make the scientific discovery of the century...
You did it.
The military wants to use it as their ultimate weapon.
You can't do this. It's done.
And getting even is about to...
HBO. What separates the men from the boys?
Hi, Scott.
Is it looks, experience, know-how, or understanding? Beau Bridges gives his teenage son something to think about.
I guess I just want you to think very carefully about what you're going to do before you do it.
In the HBO Family Playhouse special, Can a Guy Say No?
I thought maybe we could drive out to the beach or something.
I think maybe we better go home.
Thursday on HBO. HBO, simply the best.